Hi, so could you please briefly introduce yourself, your role at the Village School?
Yes, so my name is Jay Hong. I am the ninth grade year group leader for the Residential Life program. I've been working with the Village School for 10 years now. And a little bit about my background is I have a BS in psychology, and I've worked in places like the Sleep and Anxiety Center of Houston, and I've worked on projects like the Military Families Project.
Okay,
Yeah.
great. So, how does the Village School manage and support students in the boarding program?
Yeah, so since they are coming here to learn English, we do provide them with a lot of support to build up those skills needed to succeed in maybe if they want to get into the IB program. So for instance, our EAL program, our teachers will have after school classes available for them. So like first semester, usually they'll do like speaking and listening, and that's with native English speakers. And then second semester, it'll be about like reading and writing. In addition to that, our students have classes such as English B Level 1, English B Level 2, and then a support class along with that, such as like reading level 1, reading level 2. It's a bit of a slower pace, but it's important to build a foundation when they want to get into IB later on, 11th and 12th grade.
Okay, great. What are the advantages of Houston as a location, and what are the benefits of studying at a boarding school in Texas?
Yeah, so we have a ton of businesses moving to Texas now from different states. We also have the largest medical center in the world, the Texas Medical Center. Along with that, our MD Anderson Cancer Research Center is #1 in that field as well. Not only that, but we have a lot of local businesses and a lot of Fortune 500 companies moving to Houston or Dallas or Austin. So it's a great place to make those kind of connections and network.
So, what kind of the support does the Village School provide for students who are attending a U.S. boarding school for the first time?
So when they first get here, they actually arrive around 2 weeks before school starts. So we want them to go through an orientation process. So this is where we first provide them all the materials that they might need, but also the information. And I know that they're very tired when they come across the world, and also it's a very new environment. So we try to kind of split up the information a little bit over time so that they feel more comfortable and they can kind of ease into the process of starting school in America. And then as well as that, it's not only a res life orientation process, it's also a school orientation process as well. And then along with that, what I really like is we have a ice-breaking event. So basically, ice-breaking means just making them getting over that first awkwardness. So we'll spread them out, with different nationalities, group them up, and they'll go through a bunch of activities together, maybe just laugh and be silly. And then some will be about, real information that they need to know and things like that. Yeah.
Okay. So, what do you think is the most important factor for student to adjust well after joining the Village School?
That's a good question. I would say they have to start being comfortable with being uncomfortable. I know how it feels when they come across, the world to a new place. They always search for comfort. Maybe someone from the same country, they speak the same language. But the truth is, the most successful students that we find are the ones who will branch out and be more uncomfortable, but the rewards will be maybe 10 times more. Finding connections and friends from all over the world will be maybe their biggest factor in success. Yeah, so don't be afraid to go out and try new things.
So, what makes the Village School different from other boarding schools in the U.S.?
So I would say that our structure is a little different. We do care about the students' well-being. We almost encompass everything, their health care, their social emotional health, as well as their academics. I mean, we know that's important as well. But not only that, we want our students to to feel comfortable and safe enough to try new things. At our school, we believe that they should, always follow outside of the norm. So if they want to create a project or a business, we want to push them and support them in those things. And you can see that in our curriculum. We have computer science diploma, entrepreneurship diploma, pre-med diploma. And I think our biggest positive is that we actually have our students interning with real businesses, real hospitals where they can maybe even witness a surgery or a dental procedure. So to us, we want them to understand that learning isn't just in a classroom. You have to go out into the real world and understand how things truly work. Yeah.
And I also think that in-state tuition is one of the
Yeah.
major benefits. So
Yeah.
can you briefly explain about it?
Yeah, of course. So in-state tuition usually applies to students who live in the state for a certain amount of time, right? So, our students might, go home for the summer, but the truth is, even if colleges ask questions like that, we tell them, their residence is the dorm and that, they're just going on vacation or something, right? But, anyone can be, even a US citizen can go out of the country but still be considered a citizen or a resident. So to us, we've never really had an issue with that. All of our students will go to UT, A&M, or U of H, Rice. Well, Rice is a private school, so the in-state doesn't apply. But yeah, so far we've never had an issue. If a student stays, in the dorms, they apply for UT, they'll get in-state tuition, and that's why a lot of students do go to UT and A&M, and yeah, we're really proud of them for that. I will say the quality of students that your agency brings us has always been top tier. All of the students that you've brought to us, I mean, they're so kind, they're so respectful, but the biggest thing is they're focused, they're disciplined. I think, first of all, I've never had an issue with an SG student at all, but not even that, they go above and beyond. I think they truly understand the sacrifice the parents make. And, it makes them such a responsible and I don't want to say perfect, but they are perfect students. I really do enjoy working with them because, for us at Village, we want those kind of students. Yeah.
Okay, thank you so much.
Yeah.